how to ignite the reading habit in our children. Like hello everyone, how was your Monday today? I want to wish everybody a happy new week. This is Chichi Dagogo Wariso, aka the storybook lady, as I like to call myself, aka Blossom Kids Corner. And we are, unfortunately, I couldn't come on live yesterday because I had some technical issues and some other issues to manage in the home front. You know, when you are home with your children and trying to manage a career, one has to bend for the other. So, well, here we are here today, and we have a very, very, very interesting topic that I want us to talk about. I hope we enjoyed the Moana review on Saturday. Thank you very much for the comments on Facebook. I've been getting lots of comments and lots of kudos. Thumbs up to you guys. You guys are my champions. And it's because of people like you that I'm doing this. It's because of people like you that I am motivated to continue. So let's swing on to what we have to talk about today. I said we're going to talk about how to ignite the fire of reading in our children, or how to ignite the reading habit in our children. Like I said, and I've been saying for the past week, readers are leaders, and our children, when they are born, they are like blank pieces of paper, and we the parents are the custodians of their lives. We are the ones that write the script of their lives. So everything we do, they copy. We taught them how to copy. That is the Xerox slogan. We taught the world to copy. So yes, we should be around Xerox in the lives of our children. We should teach our children to copy us, to emulate what we do. Now, how do we ignite the fire of reading in our children? Some people might say, reading bedtime stories. I beg, I don't have time. But my dear brothers and sisters, mommies and daddies, uncles and aunties, please make out time for your children. Remember what I said last week. Please, as much as you can, make out time for these lovely children. They are our bundles of joy. So please, read bedtime stories to them. Bring reading to life. Do you know, sometimes you can actually attempt at reenacting some stories, some of their stories that you have heard, or maybe in the course of watching some other thing, or in the course of their activities or their actions, you can tell them, why are you behaving like Moana? Or why won't you learn from Moana? Or why won't you learn from Cinderella? Or why do you want to behave like Teka? If you do that, it actually makes the children more interested to read, because they're like, okay, mommy actually knows Moana, or mommy actually knows Cinderella, and they'll actually want to read some other story so that you can also relate with them. So please, as much as possible, bring their reading to life. Bring those stories that they read, that they come to gist to. My son will always narrate this, whatever it is he has read or whatever it is he has watched. He will wait until you come back so that he can actually retrieve the story back to you. If you can, please take them to the public library. It actually helps them. So when they see other people reading, and when they go to an environment where they see lots of books with lots of options to choose, it actually would ignite their reading fire. Find genres of interest. Know what interests your children. Do not just go buy them books because you heard that this person bought books for their children. Find out from them what kind of cartoons do they watch? What kind of stories interest them? For the girls, most times it's always girly tunes, My Little Pony, Princess Diaries, fairy. What's the other one? The fairy, the one on the fairies. So you have to know the kind of things that interest them. For my son, he likes Super Strikers. He loves to watch Super Strikers. He actually loves what's this other one that so he likes? Power Rangers. He loves Power Rangers. So that's to show you that he loves. Those are the kind of stories that he likes. And you will not go and start buying scary movies, or Harry Potter, when you know that he's somebody that loves Avengers, he loves the Avengers DC, he loves the Transformers. Those kind of stories are what interest him. So you have to know what every child is different. Like I said last week, every child have something special in them. So know exactly what is special about your children. And then if you can, get them a reading buddy. If you have an only child, maybe look for their friend. Try to encourage them to read alongside their friends. If you have more than one children, let them read at the same time. Let them become reading buddies. That way, this person will encourage the other person to read. Start short and sweet. Don't go give your child a 10-chapter book when you just want him to start reading. Let him start with the flat ones, the very, very flat, those flat ones that I advertised at the beginning. Let him start with those flat ones. And then over time, you start increasing the number of pages. Create a cozy and comfortable environment for them to read. If it's in their room, let them have a particular place where they stay to read. Maybe you can even create a mini library for them, so that it gives them the feel of reading, not necessarily of school, but give them a very comfortable place where they read. If a child lies down to sleep, trust me, that is lullaby. He's going to sleep off. So you don't make them lie down to read. Let them sit up to read. Once they sit up, they are more attentive than when they are lying down. There's some children who get, I don't want to use the word irritated, but there are some children who just can't stand pages, a lot of pages. For them, maybe you could try audiobooks, because it almost sounds like the cartoons, but it's just that there's no picture. It's more of sound. So you can actually try audiobooks and interactive reading apps like the Kindle, and then get them interested in series. Most times, if you introduce your children to stories with series, when they finish the first series, there's always a trigger in the story that will make them look for the part 2. So if you want your children to start reading, get them stories like Harry Potter, so that when they read the first part of Harry Potter, they'll want to know what happened next, and so on and so forth. Other stories again are Game of Thrones, Percy Jackson, those kind of books in series, and it Blyton, especially the Famous Fives, the Secret Sevens, the Mallory Towers, those ones that have a series, so that when they read one part, they want to know what happened in the subsequent seasons. Choose books that correlate with their passion. Like I said earlier, don't go buy books for your children when those books do not coincide with the kind of things that they love. Make it a daily habit. If you do something, even as an adult, if you repeat an activity consecutively for the next 21 days, it becomes an habit. So if you can, make it a habit for them to keep reading every day. Give them a particular time, even if it's 30 minutes every day, but let them know that, say, between 2 o'clock and 2:30 is storybook reading time, or it's reading time. That way, with time, they will be the ones to even remind you and say, "Oh, Mom, it's time for our reading." That's how you know children who will love to read. And then again, you have to read in front of them. You do not just shove books down their throat and then you go and be on WhatsApp or Instagram, or you're on Netflix or on African Magic. No, the child will naturally close the book and come and sit beside you. But when you create a reading time, also read in front of them. Let your children see that my mommy and my daddy also read. That way they too will also be encouraged, they too will also be motivated to also reading. Most times, let them pick what they read. Let them pick what they read. And then finally, find reading moments. What do I mean by reading moments? You guys could be in the car and then you're passing by somewhere that has a signpost or a logo or whatever it is. Get them to read it. Even if you have to slow down for them to read it, let them have that hunger to always read outside. Let everything at all they can read outside. Signboards, traffic lights, posters, adverts, anything at all that your children can lay their eyes on, get them to read it. If you have to, like I said before, if you have to drive slowly, just so that you can encourage them to read more on the road. It will actually help. Well, growing up, that it helped me when I was younger, because I went, myself and my mom went somewhere that we hadn't gone to before. The person just gave us directions over the phone, and then coming back, we actually lost our way. But luckily, I think I had seen a few signboards and noted those signboards. So when we were coming back, I was like, okay, no, mommy, this was where we passed. We didn't pass this street. I remember this sign, but I was like, are you sure? I said, yes, I remember seeing this particular signboard. And by the time we kept on going, I kept on seeing other things that I had seen before, landmarks that I had seen before, and okay, yeah, we're on the right track. So that's another thing you can also teach your children too. When you guys are driving, let them not just sit in the car like stooges. Let them actually look out for landmarks. Let them look out for notable signposts, notable logos, notable adverts that they will remember tomorrow, so that even in time to come, they might pass that road 10 years after and they'll be like, I remember there was a time I passed here with my mom. And that's because you got them to read those signboards. It's extremely very, very, very important. So these are 15 points that I listed out on how to ignite the fire of reading in your children.
So guys, this is all we have on how to ignite the fire of reading in our children. I hope you enjoyed the video, but that's not the end of the video. We have a second part tagged reading skills. This is a more interesting and more educative part of the video. So stay tuned, stay tight, hang in there for the second part of the video, and don't forget to subscribe and smash the notification bell. Bye, see you in the next video.